YouTube, what's the deal? It's your girl Jahira, and I am back. I'm just waking up, so I know I sound like a drowning frog or something like that, but I wanted to come in and talk to y'all for a minute. Um, I've actually been staring at this camera for about a half an hour now, trying to figure out what I was going to say. And me being me, I think I just have to shoot straight from the hip and see wherever it lands. Last night, or this morning, I guess, I made the video, The Rant to End All Rants. And it has generated a very big, very passionate reaction from a number of people. Not really so much all of y'all, not my subtastics, but, a number of people. Um, I want to be very clear with y'all on something. And we're going to call this a refresher course. I am probably, or I was probably the most reluctant person to come onto the YouTube scene that you've ever known. I mean, I was so adamant about not wanting to create a channel and make videos for that channel. I felt that nobody would be able to relate to me. I felt like my voice wouldn't be heard. I felt like there were so many people out there already that it didn't make any sense to throw one more name in the hat. Like I could have came up with 9,000 reasons as to why YouTube was not something I wanted to be a part of. And it was, as the legend by now goes, it was Nina who, I mean, really twisted my arm into making the channel. So I did. And in doing so, I made a vow to myself that whether it was good, bad, ugly, indifferent, whatever the case was, whether, 3 people watched or 30 people watched, and I can't even say or 300 because I never anticipated 300 people even caring about my videos, that I was going to be true to myself. When I respond to one of y'all's YQAs that you inbox me, I am really fervently trying to provide sound, rational advice to whatever problem y'all shoot my way. And when I respond to a current event or a news story, I am passionate about bringing something to your attention that you may not have necessarily known, because there's plenty of, and this is certainly not a judgment by any stretch of the imagination, but there are a lot of people that, if they don't see it on Dateline or 2020, they don't necessarily know. And so I try to go for the lesser known stories, but still things that I feel, can be relatable, still things that I feel like will affect you in much the same way it affects me. And it all that I do here, whether it's a wig unreview and I'm just trying to make light of, the beauty industry or the beauty community on YouTube, and how serious and stern some people are about it, or just anything that I've put out here, it's come from a very genuine place. It is, and I can say this in all sincerity, it is authentically Jahira. And this morning, my reaction to a video that I felt was callous, was calculated, was demeaning and cruel, and just in ridiculously poor taste, was genuine. It is sincerely how I felt at the time that I felt it. Those of my subtastics who have been with me from, kind of from jump sort of know that I don't, I'm sure there are YouTube personalities who will see a video or see a news article and stop and gather their thoughts. And maybe they'll watch it, 5 or 6 times and take notes and try to summarize the essence of what they're trying to convey. And then deliver this poignant, thought-provoking, Winston Churchill-esque speech that reaches millions and touches the hearts of everyone that it stumbles upon. That's not my reality at all. It's just not my reality. If I can't be 150% myself to those of you who view me because what I say is relatable to or can be incorporated into your day-to-day existence, what the hell am I doing here? So with that being said, am I sorry for extrapolating the way that I did? No, I'm not. I'm just not. It is absolutely how I felt at the time that I felt it. I am, in retrospect, could I have omitted certain things? Yeah, no. It's just the way I felt. See, and this is how, this is the stream of consciousness shit, because I'm talking to myself at the same time that I'm talking to y'all. It is just the way that I felt. Now, with regard to the specific YouTube personality in question, do I have any personal animosity against her? No. Do I pity her? Yeah, I do. I've been lonely too before, and I just, you know what I'm saying? I need to take this opportunity to give a huge shout out to one of my sisters on the YT, whom I got a hold of last night in a shit panic behind, everything that had transpired. And we sat on Skype for 3.5, it was 7 in the morning when we finally said goodnight. And you know who you are, and I said I would not mention you by name, but I just, I thank you, my sister. I thank you. And may that this morning be the first of a million mornings to come, because you got me. You got me lock, stock, and barrel. But I spoke to this particular individual, and she had let me know that, you know what I'm saying, the young girl who had, put that video and those videos up there, it's sort of calculated. It's very, very, she's very conscious of what she's doing, and she's looking to elicit a reaction. And you know what I'm saying? And she got me for the okie doke, y'all. She accomplished her goal, because I definitely reacted. I didn't say everything I wanted to say. That's what you need to know. So for all y'all that think that I read her for filth, no ma'am, because believe me, it could have gone so much deeper than that. But thank God for Jesus, because I know that it just, what y'all saw in that video is an aspect of who I am. For better or worse, that is part of who I am. And it's funny because I've had to kind of shake my head at some people, because when it comes to somebody like Nina, I guess there's some underlining expectation that certain people on YouTube, Nina being one of them, are going to go off. And that's just the way she is. But suddenly when it comes from somebody like me, it's this great shock, as though I don't feel those things, as though I can't, break it all the way down the way that I did. It takes a lot to get me to that level where I would put forth, you know what I'm saying, a video like that. It takes a whole lot. And for those of you that have rocked with me, you know this. It doesn't come easy to me. It's a buildup of things. But the one thing I will say with regard to, some response video that she made, and I got sort of the high points of it, because I wasn't gonna that would have been 20 minutes of my life I never would have got back. But the one thing I would say with regard to the decisions that she made to put up the videos that she did last night is this. You can't put up you know what I'm saying? You cannot put up 4 videos expressing how you don't date black men and that you're not into black men, that you know, you're not into the aggression that is often correlated with black men, and the fact that most black men that have hit on you tend to have that aggression, that you're not turned on by that, that's not your thing. And once again, I have no issue with that at all. That's some preferential shit. I really give a fuck if you date a fire hydrant so long as you're happy. I don't have a problem with any of that, but you can't put up those 4 videos and be sincere in your opinion, and then your 5th video is, you know, black people are the closest to apes in the, you know, of the human species, and apes are stupid. So since apes are stupid and black people are like apes, that must mean black people are stupid. Like that 5th video, you know what I'm saying, which apparently was supposed to be satire and supposed to be irony, in combination with the 4 videos that preceded it, maybe it is a sign of my lack of intelligence, but when you put up 4 videos on one subject and then a 5th video in a related subject and then try to backtrack and say, hey, I was just kidding with that 5th one, fuck out of here. Just fuck all the way out of here. Like, you knew exactly what you were doing. And I'm the jackass for not recognizing that you're, you know, young and thirsty, basically. And that's as much energy as I'm going to give that. We're going to move onward and upward. I just wanted to give y'all a little bit of, you know, backstory, a little bit of clarity as to why I did what I did. And for those of you who can recognize that I am not a machine cranking out inspiration for the masses, I appreciate you. Jahira's mission is not in place to tear down people. It's not. Jahira's mission was in place to, you know, put my opinions and put my thoughts and my feelings out to the world. You know what I mean? It's the same thing as just throwing a line out and seeing who bites. That's what I wanted. I wholeheartedly believe and remain committed to the empowerment of women. I do. It's my passion. It is my mission. It's my driving force, because what I have learned, I feel I am obligated to teach. And even now in this position, I feel that I'm learning so much from others. And I've learned from this as well. I'm not babysitting nobody's kids. I'm not watching nobody babies. But this is a component of my personality. And that's just what it is. And if some of my subtastics or all of my subtastics feel the need to walk away after seeing a video like that, I have to be okay with that, because in that video was Jahira. Not the Jahira that you see every day, not the Jahira that I see every day, but an element of that which makes me me. And I don't know, you gotta take the bad with the good. So that's my thoughts. And this is the last I'm going to touch on this subject, because it's dead in the water, literally. So with that being said, YouTube, I am out of here, and let's move forward. One love. Ah.